what's the meal system for our family? Particularly thinking about the 4-day, the Tuesday night dinners, Friday night dinners, Saturday, Sunday lunches and dinners. How are we handling them with the family? And what's the need is experiencing a fair amount of chaos around the food. Everybody always arguing about what they want, and they're all different things. We're not clear about sort of how to shop or how to be prepared. You know, we don't have a system, so it's can generate conflict and lack of clarity and so on. So that's where sort of the desire to have a policy or clarity, a plan in place would be great. Anything you would add?
I would sort of what we have right now is basically clarity and ease, right? There is also for me the value of, I guess it just has to do with health, you know. The healthy things that the kids do like, how can we be organized enough that they would actually eat those, and more often. And the other one is has to do with some environmental concern, I guess. You know, just making more sense of leftover, like thinking about leftover, like can something be done better in that way? Like, can we somehow reuse leftovers? Except, you know, typically you and I eat leftovers, but is there a better way of doing this? Which to me has environmental thing. We don't have a lot of food waste, but still.
I have one more I'd add, just a sense of more predictability.
Yes.
I mean, not rigidity, but predictability. That it's kind of like growing up as a Catholic, you know, Friday night fish.
And I'm sorry, there's something about rhythm there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because when like sort of rhythm is, I think, helpful in a way.
Calm down the energy.
Okay. All right.
All right, that's our
Are we complete?
Yes, I'm complete.
Sure, that's good enough.
Okay. Ready for dimensions questions?
Yes. What do we want them to eat more often? Swan, your turn.
Can we have a what can we do to have a predictable system of certain meals on certain nights?
One is reducing sort of waste, or not. I don't really want to call it that. It's more like sort of synergy between meetings and between
meals.
And the other one is, hold on, I have another one, and that is planning ahead in terms of, I don't know, soaking beans or something like that.
How do we expose the kids to more adult meals?
One obvious consideration is sort of seasonal stuff.
How can we increase our seasonal?
No, just in general, it's something to keep in mind.
Mm-hmm. How can we provide choices at meals?
How to keep the cooking effort down. That's sort of the other side of choices. I added one just now, and that it's flexibility. So if plans change, just thinking about, because it happens quite a bit.
I think I'm complete.
Hold on. Yeah, one thing I want sort of synergy between meals, but also between meal choices. So often what we do is we eat the same food, but, you know, add more vegetables and so on. So between kid food and kid choice and grown-up food. That's one other thing also to keep in mind. Okay, I think now I'm good.
All right, so let's start coming up with opinions. Yeah, sure. I'd like to have predictable system, like Tuesdays. You know, what's the base? Tuesdays pasta. Fridays it's wheat, meaning tacos, burritos, pizza. Saturday potatoes. Sunday rice. Kind of. I was just thinking, what's the base upon to which we then add vegetables and protein. Okay, that's me.
Themed weeks for a vegetable each week.
Wow, does that mean like eat broccoli each time, or variations of broccoli each meal? Okay. Have 2 to 3 variations of each for each meal of what can go with the base. Pasta with red sauce and things, or pasta with green sauce and things, or
And I'm adding to yours. Have 2 or 3 variations of each meat of what can go with each base, with special consideration of seasonal food. So that's when it's summer squash time. Obviously, it's summer squash and not something else because that's what the schedule says. Your turn.
This is the tough one. I'm trying to think if I would actually say this. This is kind of how I grew up. Kids have to taste the adult version.
Okay. Hold on. I'm looking at the as considerations or the dimensions right now. But we want them to eat more often is sort of covered if we have that plan. Could we have predicted certain meals? Yes. Okay. Synergy. Let's see. I can sort of work around that. Planning ahead is covered. Good weeks was yes is covered. Season is covered. Choices is covered. Cooking effort. How to keep the cooking effort down. Okay. And flexibility. We don't have anything on flexibility.
For flexibility, just that if we have a predictable schedule, we can always switch days.
Okay.
Or skip something, you know, if we go out to eat or something. We don't have anything about keeping the cooking effort down, do we?
That's true. But hold on, I'm going to contradict you. I would never switch days. That sounds like hell to me because that just opens up the whole discussion of what to switch it with and so on. No. I would say not switch, but if plans change, that mean a skip. Period. Your turn.
Have sort of, let's see, have 2 or 3 variations. What can go? Maybe that's okay. I think it's already there. Check. Okay. I think I'm complete.
I am complete too. So it looks like it's basically already a proposal, except for that we need to make up our mind of this, the switch days or skip. So if plans change, do we switch or do we skip? That is something where we seem to disagree, and I'm wondering whether I could just go with my proposal and take yours out.
No, you put the proposal with both of them in there, and then we do a round.
No, let's do that. Okay. There's different ways of doing it, and he likes it that way, and I like it the other way. All right. So
that
basically,
gives you the power of facilitator or something to put yours in there.
Okay. Is this a good enough proposal, or does it need cleaning up? I just copied it. Oh, I need to take this out because I built on
you. Okay, we do clarification. It says clear proposal.
Clear. It needs some things here and there, but it's clear enough, I think.
Clear enough to me. Yeah. Okay. Action round. Start.
If we did this would actually be awesome. I'm liking it already. Okay, no, I like how it's taking mental effort away. It's like what I hear. I heard this or read this thing about Barack Obama, how he was always wearing the same clothing style, because that it was one less decision to make. And this is exactly what
Mhm.
I'm looking for. Great, looks good.
And I can go with the if plans change that Mila skipped, so I can drop the switch days if necessary. I like what's here. I think I don't really like the themed week. That just seems a little bit too much. I think I don't like that because it just seems like too much work, and I just rather think more about the variations that are going with each meal.
Hmm. Okay, so we go for consent and play with objections.
Okay.
All right. So what you got?
Um, so I will object to themed weeks. Otherwise, consent.
And as you know, I'm objecting to the switching days, but that we already basically resolved because it sounded like you. Um, to switching days because you already said you
Yeah.
could live with the other. So if we take that out, is that a good enough amendment?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. And then what do we do about
Themed weeks.
themed weeks? Let's see. What I really wanted, where I was coming from on that one, is first of all, I read this thing that you have to eat the same food 12 times before you would even know whether you like it. So sort of forcing somebody five times in a row to eat the same thing sounds like a good plan for me to me, and it would sort of mean that one could have that one wouldn't have to. I don't know. It's just sort of I'm coming from the one less discussion to have of no, it's broccoli this week. Period. But I guess I'm willing to reach the same thing in a different way if you have an idea of how to reach the fewer discussions. Like, I can already hear them of like, why is it broccoli today? Why can't I have peas instead? Like, and then we end up making a different vegetable for everybody. That's my concern.
Um, so I would just have the variations with the vegetables. It's kind of like their school lunches. They've got this, and this, and this. They've got the four things, and we just always have those. The variations are spelled out ahead of time, but they're not broccoli all week.
So hold on, tell me more. So you're saying for the vegetable choices, there are three different choices every day.
No,
Okay, tell me again.
no, but for each base, that we have several choices, and we decide which we
And
for
that's
every
just what it
base
is.
we decide ahead of time for the week which vegetable, which protein kind of is going to go with that base. So we have like a menu a week ahead of time that everybody can see.
Okay, and that's decided when?
Either we decide that at one of our meetings, or we bring that to kids meetings and decide that with the kids.
For example, when they come on
And
Fridays.
we need to move on with time.
Yes. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. On Fridays then. Okay. I added it.
Okay. So you're removing themes weeks?
No. Yes. Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Consent round?
Now it sounds good.
I consent.